And we are back on the Rodriguez Show. Shout out to Mondo right now for that 10-minute mix, and shout out to Archer and Mutt who were here right before that. Check out their new track. But now, for the grand finale of this episode, we have a very special guest. You know her from Tropicaza and Sassy's Dream House. Laura Angeles, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you for coming through. Really quickly, thank you for performing at Fresh Vibes. We had some technical difficulties, but thank you for coming out there, making the effort.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to be there.
And of course, we went to see you at Tropicaza, and you guys killed it. You always put on a great event over there and Mission Control. Is there a specific, it's like the last Sunday of every month, or is it?
Last Sunday of every month for now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What is there plans to do more?
We're hoping we can change it up, maybe have it on a Friday, Saturday.
Oh, gotcha.
But we'll see what our boss says.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's just every last Sunday of the month.
Yeah, so this month it's going to be the Sunday, the 26th of September, in downtown Santa Ana Arcade Mission Control. So before we get to how you got started, mixing music, I just want to know, I saw that you had a pretty busy, summer, performing everywhere, mixing. How was that? How was it after not being able to do that after a while?
It caught me off guard, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really thought we were going to be quarantined at least midsummer.
Yeah.
So when these things started picking up, okay, we're getting really busy. When are we gonna have a day where we can just go ride bikes? And it was fun. It was fun, and it's been fun. I mean, along all of that, you get to meet new people, so it makes up for anything that you might be feeling, whether it's being tired.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. It's been fun just picking it all up again.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I always feel for those artists, because there's a lot of people that we know that have been on the show that are like, I haven't been in front of an audience in a long time, and it must suck for the people that want to do that all the time,
Yeah, it gets a little nerve-wracking too, because you've been isolated for almost a year and a half, and you're going back to it, you miss it. So getting back to it was exciting overall.
Well, it's great that there's a little bit of stuff opening up a little bit here and there, safely as we can. But take us back to the beginning. How did it start? How did you start mixing music?
I would say it was probably 2016, freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I had just came back from a rave, and then some movie came up, and I wish I could remember the movie. Some lady was like, "Oh, I used to DJ in college," and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Yeah.
So I headed to Sam's Ash, got a controller, and I started mixing. And then from there, it was just mixing at house parties. As soon as I got confident enough to maybe I can go to a venue, then I started hitting up people. We had friends that were doing events out in Riverside.
Yeah.
And then that's mainly where I started, out in Riverside, and then moving back to OC and then LA.
Well, what's the scene over there in Riverside? Is there a lot of stuff going on in terms of people making music, live events?
Now there is. I feel like back then there wasn't too much, but it's picking up a lot. I mean, we have some friends out there from some collectives making the scene happen. We have Gacho, we have our friend Andrew making it all happen down in Riverside, and it's been exciting to go back and then just see it expand to what it is now.
Yeah.
Cacho is Cacho.wave, right?
Yes, we had it for Tropicaza in July.
Yeah.
Nice. That dope, dude. I was vibing with his set.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out to Cacho.
Cacho.
So has your focus always been primarily on electronic music?
No, actually, this is where I'm always juggling around. I like to do R&B, and I like to do, I guess you can call it future beats sort of thing, selection, kind of less playhouse. A DJ that I got to play with, Dexter, who they had for Daniel James and Gucci Mar's Jello release party. The music he plays, I love it. It's like R&B, it'd be future beats. And then I like doing disco, anything in between. The hardest thing I can't really do is hip hop and trap kind of thing. I really give it up to those DJs because it's pretty difficult. But everything else, I like to just mingle around and see what comes up, and then.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a big scene, and a lot of people, I mean, us including, that enjoy that kind of those kind of beats, the future beats, selection kind of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you started. You said you were out in Riverside. You worked your way over here. How did you link up with Oscar, and how did Tropicaza come together?
Well, we had previously tried to do an event out in the park because we couldn't find venues, anyone that was letting us do events. So I think it was maybe 2017, 18, we were doing events at the park. Stopped for a bit because of COVID and life happens. And then when he got the opportunity to do at Mission Control, do you want to DJ? I'm like, yeah, I'm down as DJ. we had some friends come, and then we just started doing it after that first event. Since it was a good turnout for the venue, then they brought us back.
Yeah.
And it's just been continuing as of there to just build it up to see how far we can go with it.
Yeah, and you have. I mean, it's been building up, and that was one of the things. Is like I saw you guys working hard, and you're creating this new event, and that's why we had to have you guys on our lineup on Fresh Vibe. Is just trying to support each other, you know.
No, yeah, especially as a community, that's the only way up. Like we have to all help each other out.
Yeah, and so one of the things that I saw on your profile, because you also have a passion for fashion, and there's like a blending that happens in this Sassy's Dream House. What is it, and how are you involved?
Yeah, so that's my best friend's separate collective, and then so what she does is she's very fashion driven. She's like the fashionista of her group. So what she does is she knows a handful of DJs too that she connects with, and she brings them on to DJ, have guest mixes. She likes to educate her audience with fashion. And also connect through that as well. So she puts that all in one collective, because you don't really see much. Well, we have, and at least I have, to see a collective where it's just music and fashion brought together, but they can also educate you. Different music, it's not just house, it's not just, it could be lo-fi, it can be anything, and put it all into one collective.
That's cool. And so people can check out the mix you did for that on your Instagram at Laura Angeles, and we'll post a link in the description to that. And your Instagram, I saw a lot of the pictures that you take on your Instagram are shooting film. How did you get into that?
I got my mom's camera. I found it, and I asked her if I could have it. And I started taking pictures with that until it broke. And then all my cameras after that, I just started buying some. And I like taking pictures of where I am, people I'm around. And then what I like to see is the fashion has evolved. So I started doing film 2-3 years ago. So you started to see the fashion, the trends change within that span. Yeah. And I like to see my friends, like, basically I'm documenting my friends from the past 3 years to move forward. And I have like a collection of photos that maybe within 9 years they'll be like, wow, like there was such a scene. Like you don't really see like professional photos, and we love it, but I like to see people like they're just in the middle of a dance and they're just having a ball. So that's my favorite thing about film. And then of course connecting with people that I see, whether it's at a festival, a dance floor, anywhere that I go.
Yeah, it's a good way to capture time, and it's cool that you have like your group of friends that you're doing, because you're giving them, like you said, just like a timeline of their life that you're shooting through film. So you know, you're multi-talented. You're involved in a lot of things. Like, what is your main goal? What do you want to do with what you're doing? Like, where are you headed with this, or where do you want to be headed?
I like to expand it more to what we're doing right now. I think our ultimate goal is making it to a block party, expanding it into bringing more artists along. We really strive into being able to provide a space for people that feel safe. Because most clubs, maybe you don't feel safe, whether it's women, whether it's LGBT community, and just continue that where it's a space in Santa Ana that can grow into bringing more people in, collectives, and then if we can expand, and whether it goes into LA. And we've been lucky enough to have friends to ask us to head to LA and make a collab. Yeah. So eventually making it grow and see where it takes off. But as of right now, I think that's where we're just shooting at. Yeah.
And you're succeeding already. You already created a space where everybody's included in Santa Ana, in the Tropicaza once a month. Because I've seen people of all types there, and they're just there because they enjoy the music, and it's just really good. It's really positive.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we make sure that if someone comes by, that let's make it friendly, or if you can come by yourself, come by yourself. Like, unless you'll leave with maybe a friend or two, or we'll introduce you to someone, and you leave with new people, whether it's from Riverside or it's from LA. You leave knowing someone, but you're comfortable enough to come out and check it out.
Yeah. Well, it's great. And if you want to be if you want to go party with them, it's the 26th of September, Tropicaza Arcade Mission Control in downtown Santa Ana. So yeah, we're gonna have you do a 20-minute mix, which we're excited to hear you and everything. But before we do that, we got this segment called 60 Seconds With. So this is the speed round. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna put the timer on, and we're gonna start with this question. Are you ready over there? Okay, cool. 60 seconds with Laura Angeles on The Rodriguez Show. And we're going to start with your favorite cartoon character.
Arthur.
Favorite song right now?
Shoot. I'm going to say Anderson .Paak. I can't pick a song, but I'm going to say Anderson .Paak.
One word to describe you when you were a kid.
A troublemaker.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Shoot.
It's okay. You have a lot of talents in general, so it's okay.
None of them are hidden.
Netflix, Hulu, or HBO?
HBO.
Indica, sativa, or hybrid?
Sativa.
Name of your best friend in high school?
Breda Hernandez.
First CD you ever bought?
It's either Usher or it was Britney Spears. One of the two.
Two good ones. Favorite movie?
That's hard. I'm gonna say a good movie I watched. Fractured on Netflix. If you guys like a mind-bending movie.
Oh, I've heard about that. And your favorite thing about music?
Bringing people together.
And that's 60 Seconds with Laura Angeles on The Rodriguez Show.